If you want to become truly powerful in your life, you won't find your teacher in books or expensive courses. You'll find them inside the wilderness. There's one animal that can teach you the entire philosophy of power, discipline, and respect without speaking a single word: the wolf. The wolf doesn't roar like a lion. It doesn't show off its strength like an elephant, yet the entire forest feels its presence. Because the wolf doesn't just survive, it lives by its principles. It refuses to eat the flesh of dead animals, because for the wolf, hunting isn't just about filling its stomach, it's about living with honor and dignity. You've never seen a wolf dancing in a circus, performing tricks or barking on command for a master. That's because a wolf will never trade its freedom for a bowl of food and a roof. Many animals cross the boundaries of their own bloodlines, but the wolf never mates with its mother or sister. For the wolf, relationships aren't just physical, they're built on respect and dignity. And here's the deepest truth: a wolf chooses one mate for life. No casual flings, no games, no betrayal. Even in the harshest conditions of the wilderness, the wolf stands by its chosen partner. When its parents grow old, when their teeth weaken, when they can no longer run or hunt, the young wolves step forward. They hunt for their elders, feed them first, and only then do they eat. This means the wolf isn't just powerful, it's loyal and grateful. If you're hearing all this and thinking that a wolf lives with more honor, loyalty, and discipline than most humans, then this video is for you. Because ahead, we're going to extract 17 brutal but essential lessons from the life of the wolf. Lessons that will pull you out of the crowd, lift you from fear, and transform you into a wolf in the wilderness of life. First lesson: never compromise your principles. If you truly want to become powerful in life, the first thing you need to understand is this: real strength doesn't come from muscles, it comes from your mind and your character. You'll meet plenty of people with money, status, and titles, but the real test comes when someone has power and principles. That's when it gets interesting. The wolf teaches us that strength means nothing if there are no solid principles behind it. In the wilderness, even when the wolf is starving, it refuses to eat the flesh of dead animals. It could easily say, "Hey, free meal, why not?" But no. For the wolf, hunting isn't just about food, it's about living with honor. Its rule is crystal clear: I will only eat what I kill myself. This might seem like a small thing, but this is where the wolf's character reveals its true height. It doesn't bend its rules based on convenience. What does a human do? When hunger strikes, we sell our principles. When fear kicks in, we abandon the truth. When we see a small benefit, we mortgage our integrity. 3 sentences destroy us from the inside. It's fine, everyone does it. It's just a small thing. Who's going to find out? These 3 sentences slowly hollow you out from within. Today, a small lie. Tomorrow, a little betrayal. The day after, stealing someone's rights. And before you know it, you look the same on the outside, but inside, you've already fallen. When you break your principles, you might feel smart in that moment. You might think nobody caught you. Everything seems fine, but there's one place you can't escape from: your own conscience. At night, when everyone else is asleep, you can't look yourself in the eye. You know you took the shortcut. And when a person falls in their own eyes, rising in the world becomes nearly impossible. The wolf doesn't teach us that you'll always win. It teaches us that even if you lose, lose with your principles intact. If today you have to suffer a loss because of your principles, remember this: you kept your spine straight.
Times change, situations change, but a person standing on character will eventually rise, even if it takes time. Niccolo Machiavelli's world of power is harsh, but even there, one thing is clear. A person or ruler who loses their reputation and trust will eventually lose their power. How is reputation built? From your principles. If people know that under no circumstances you will stoop to lies, betrayal, or dirty games, they might mock you today, but tomorrow those same people will call you to make decisions. They'll trust your name. Set one simple line in your life, like the wolf does. Under any circumstance, I will not compromise my core principles. No matter how big the opportunity, how sweet the temptation, or how deep the fear, you will do what your principles demand. The beginning will be tough. You'll feel lonely. People will say, "You're being too idealistic." But slowly, your personality will become solid as stone. You have to choose, do you want temporary benefits or permanent respect? A shortcut victory is fast, but its high wears off quickly, leaving guilt behind. A principled victory is slow, but its impact is deep, and it makes you stronger from within. So, if you want to live like a wolf in the jungle of life, first set some clear, non-negotiable principles for yourself. What things will you never do under any circumstance? What boundaries will you never cross? What truth will you never abandon, no matter the fear? And then promise yourself, no matter what, I will not compromise on these principles. This is where your real power begins.
Second lesson: never sell your freedom. In the wilderness, you've never seen a wolf dancing to someone's commands. It's not tied with a rope. It doesn't wag its tail at a master's feet. It can go hungry. It can get injured. It can shiver through freezing nights, but it will never trade its freedom for the comfort of a bowl and a shelter. This is the wolf's second and most dangerous lesson. Never sell your freedom. The biggest mistake humans make is this: for a little convenience, a little security, and a little praise, they mortgage their mind, their spine, and their power to make decisions. Whether it's a job, a relationship, society, or fear, sometimes humans stop deciding for themselves. Instead, their life starts being controlled by other people's fingers. They speak less, they listen less, but they obey the most, and they do it without asking questions. This is the point where a person becomes alive on the outside, but a prisoner on the inside. The wolf teaches us this: going to bed hungry, enduring a cold night, taking a hit, all of that is bad, but worse than all of it is living as a slave. If the wolf wanted, it could become domesticated like a dog. It would get food at fixed times, a roof over its head, and less danger. But one thing would be gone forever from its eyes: its self-respect. The wolf doesn't take that risk. That's why the wilderness doesn't see it as a weak animal. It sees it as a free hunter. Your life also has many hidden cages. That relationship where you're constantly afraid that if I say what I really think, they'll leave me. That job where you're doing things against your values, but you can't quit because of the paycheck and a title. Those people who control you through guilt, emotional manipulation, or taunts, and you tolerate them because you're afraid of being alone. The question isn't how comfortable you are. The real question is, who's holding the steering wheel? If the key to your decisions is in the hands of money, fear,
other people's opinions or someone's pat on the back, then you're not living like a wolf, you're living like a caged dog. Protecting your freedom doesn't mean you don't listen to anyone or stay disconnected. Freedom means you make compromises, but without selling your soul. You cooperate, but without killing your thoughts. You show respect, but not by kneeling out of fear. Some people will say, "Dude, be practical. You have to compromise a little in life." That's true, but there's a thin line between compromise and slavery. Compromise is where both sides make adjustments. Slavery is where only you change and you break from within while doing it. To protect your freedom, you need to learn 3 things. 1. Say no. When someone asks you to do something against your principles, refuse clearly. 2. Stand on your own feet. The more self-reliant you become, the fewer people will be able to control you. Skills, knowledge, and courage, these are the walls of your freedom. 3. Kill the fear of loneliness. We often stay in the wrong places just because at least there's someone. The wolf shows us that walking alone with dignity is better than staying in a cage. Remember, the most expensive deal in the world is when a person trades their freedom for a little security. If you want to live like a wolf, carve this sentence into your mind. I will tolerate hunger, fear, and pain, but I will not become someone's remote control. The day you truly decide that your mind will only follow your own commands, that you'll make decisions based on your principles, not money or fear, from that day forward, you're no longer part of the crowd. You've chosen the wolf's path. This is the real demand of the second lesson. Live, but on your own terms. Third lesson. Power requires boundaries. In the wilderness, the wolf is as dangerous as it is controlled. It has teeth, strength, and a pack, yet it's not a mindless killing machine. The wolf teaches us this. Real power's first condition is clear and firm boundaries. Without boundaries, the more strength someone has, the more dangerous they become, both to themselves and to others. The wolf never mates with his mother or sister. In the wilderness, powerful animals have both the ability and the opportunity to do so, but the wolf draws a line, this far, no further. This isn't just a biological rule. It's a mental boundary that preserves the purity, order, and dignity of the entire pack. Think about it. An animal that fears nothing in the wilderness still restrains itself. The message is clear. If you can't control yourself, you don't deserve to control others. When people talk about power, they usually only think about external things, money, status, position, influence. But if there's no internal line, that same power will destroy them. A little money comes in and bribery starts feeling okay. A little status arrives and taking unfair advantage feels normal. A little influence shows up and other people's respect, time, and rights start seeming worthless. All this happens when someone has no non-negotiable boundaries inside them. The wolf teaches us this. Strength becomes dangerous not when it's limited, but when it's unlimited. There are 2 types of boundaries. 1, internal boundaries, self-control. 2, external boundaries, lines for others. What are internal boundaries? No matter how angry I get, I won't raise my hand. No matter how lonely I feel, I won't go back to a toxic relationship. No matter how trapped I feel, I won't lie or cheat. These are the lines you draw for yourself. What's the benefit? When situations get rough, when temptation is at its peak, your mind can waver, but these set boundaries hold you steady. If the wolf chased every desire, its pack would fall apart, the hierarchy would crumble, and respect would disappear. External boundaries. Nobody will talk to me in that tone. My time and energy aren't free for everyone. I can help, but I won't become anyone's servant. When someone has no boundaries, the world doesn't see them as a good person. They see them as a soft target. The relationship between power and boundaries is direct. Without power, it's hard to set boundaries because you're afraid to say no. Without boundaries, having power is dangerous because you lose your own way. So, if you want to become strong like the wolf, you need to decide what things in your personal life fall into the never category. How far money, lust, fame, or fear can shake you, and where you'll firmly say, "Stop, no further." Which people you'll deal with, and from which people distance is your protection. At first, boundaries will seem like harsh behavior to others. Some people will be upset by your change. Some will get angry. Some will taunt you. "You weren't like that before. Now you've got an attitude." But remember, the day you drew your first clear line is the day you laid the foundation of your power. The wolf doesn't look weak because it can do everything. The wolf looks strong because it can do many things, but chooses not to. That's real power. I can, but I won't. When this sentence becomes true in your life and your boundaries become clear and firm, your power won't be uncontrolled fire. It'll be focused fire. And that focused fire is what pulls you from the crowd and places you in the wolf's ranks. Fourth lesson: the power of loyalty. In the wilderness, the wolf's biggest identity isn't just its strength, it's also its loyalty. The wolf chooses one partner for life, stays with them, fights for them, and grows old alongside them. No casual flings, no betrayal, no "let's see what happens" games. For the wolf, relationships aren't a joke or a pastime. They're about responsibility and respect. This is the fourth lesson. Loyalty isn't weakness, it's the greatest strength. In today's world, people often see loyalty as foolishness. Why do so much for someone? Everyone's just in it for themselves. Stay together as long as it's useful, then move on. This mindset has become way too common. People treat relationships, friendships, partnerships, and even family like options. If there's a benefit today, they stick around. If the interest is gone tomorrow, they disappear. It might look smart on the outside, but inside it hollows a person out, because they themselves can't stay stable for anyone either. The wolf shows us that commitment isn't something to fear, it's the greatest test of character. When it chooses a partner, no matter how harsh the wilderness gets, no matter how bad the situation becomes, whether there's food or not, it stands by its chosen partner. This consistency builds trust. That trust then gives strength to the pack, security to the young, and turns the entire group into a solid unit. For humans too, loyalty isn't just about love or emotion, it's about power. When you're true to your word, people start taking you seriously. When you genuinely stand behind your friend, partner, or family, your name becomes linked with trust. When you show loyalty based on principles without selfishness, those same people become your shield when the time comes. On the flip side, someone who keeps backup options everywhere, has their hand in everything, never fully stands with anyone, they end up the loneliest. Nobody truly trusts someone they've seen flip sides before. Once trust breaks, respect breaks, and without respect, power doesn't last long. Loyalty doesn't mean you silently endure no matter what abuse the other person dishes out. The wolf doesn't blindly follow a sick, weak, or dangerous partner either. Loyalty stands on two conditions. 1. The other person maintains a minimum level of respect and sincerity. And 2. This loyalty is based on principles, not blind devotion. You need to pay the most attention to loyalty in 3 areas of your life. With your values. No matter what the situation, your inner compass shouldn't shake. With your real people. Those 2 or 3 people who've genuinely stood by you, stand by them too, without calculation. With your mission. If you keep changing goals midway, you'll build neither trust nor identity. The greatest power of loyalty is this: it makes you rare. In this world, where everyone's changing relationships based on convenience, if you become someone people can trust blindly, your absence will be felt everywhere. Nobody will be able to replace you. That's real power. Building a character that becomes impossible to replace. Remember, the wolf doesn't win battles by keeping multiple options. It wins through one true commitment. If you want your name to be associated with trust, strength, and stability, make this decision in your life today. Betrayal is easy, but I won't choose the easy path. I'll have fewer people in my life, but for those I do have, I'll stand fully. This is where loyalty transforms from your biggest weakness into your most dangerous strength. 5th lesson: honor your elders. In the wilderness, when the wolf's parents grow old, when their teeth weaken, when they can no longer run fast or hunt for themselves, they still don't go hungry. Young wolves, after hunting, place food in front of their elderly parents first. They feed them first, then eat themselves. This isn't just an emotional bond, it's a deep principle. Abandoning those who brought you this far when they grow old is the mark of the most pathetic and weak person. This is the wolf's 5th lesson: honor your elders. In today's era, the biggest tragedy is this: we push aside our elders by calling them old-fashioned, unfit for today's time, and they don't understand. We think their time has passed, and now that we have the internet and technology, their words are meaningless. But this very mindset costs us the most. Because the lessons you'll learn in 10 years through mistakes, your elders can teach you in 10 minutes, without you falling, without you getting hurt. In the wolf pack, elderly wolves aren't respected because they're still strong. They're respected because they've hunted their whole lives, endured seasons, seen dangers, fought battles. Their experience is the pack's strength. When young wolves don't know which direction to go, these old wolves guide the way with their wisdom. That's why the pack that respects its elders is the safest and strongest. The same rule applies in the human world. Your parents, grandparents, teachers, mentors, what haven't they done for you? They fed you while staying hungry themselves, gave up their dreams to educate you, poured their youth into raising you. And now that they've grown weak, it's your duty not to leave them alone, to value their words, to take care of their needs. But what do we do today? We cut them off mid-sentence, dismiss their advice as old thinking, and start seeing them as an emotional burden. Some people even keep them in separate rooms, send them away, or just give money and consider their responsibility fulfilled. This isn't just a sin, it's the greatest foolishness. Why? Because experience can't be bought with money. Because your elders are shortcuts for moving forward in life. Because the values, patience, and depth they can teach you won't come from any book or YouTube video. If you want to become powerful like the wolf, do 3 things with your elders. 1. Listen to them carefully. Even if you don't agree, listen first. Somewhere in their words is a lesson useful for you. Those stories that seem boring contain real-life principles. 2. Take care of their needs. Just as wolves feed their elderly parents first, you should also see what they need: time, care, medicine, or just a little conversation. These small things mean everything to them. 3. Speak and behave respectfully in front of them. No matter how grown up you've become, bow before them, take their blessings. This isn't some old ritual, it's the mark of your character. Remember, a society that forgets its elders loses its roots. And without roots, no matter how big a tree grows, it falls in one storm. Your elders are your roots, your foundation. Understand this lesson more deeply. It's part of a cycle. If you take care of your parents today, tomorrow your children will take care of you. If you abandon them, you're teaching your children the same thing, and one day when you're old, you'll receive the same treatment you gave your elders. The wolf is powerful because it preserves its values generation after generation. If you want long-lasting strength, if you want to make your family solid, then respect your elders, listen to them, take care of them. This is the investment that will benefit not just you today, but many generations to come. This is the reality of the 5th lesson. There's no greater power than gratitude and respect.
In the wilderness, if you see a wolf alone, it's already a force by itself. Agile, smart, strategic. But when that same wolf moves with its entire pack, it transforms into the most dangerous and organized predator in the forest. This is the 6th lesson. If you want to truly win in life, you need to become strong both alone and unbeatable as a group. Being only alone or only dissolving into the crowd, both are incomplete paths. The wolf moves in a pack because the group gives it strength that being alone never could. The ability to take down large prey, security, support, and backup. A continuous system of learning and teaching. When they attack deer, bison, or large prey, every wolf has its own position and role. One applies pressure from the front, another bites from behind, others cut from the sides to exhaust the target. Nobody tries to be a solo hero because wolves know coordinated power is real power. But the wolf is also smart enough that if it gets separated from the pack for any reason, it doesn't fall apart. It knows how to hunt alone, feed itself, and defend itself. In other words, its survival doesn't depend solely on the group. This balance is its real strength. In the human world, we often see 2 extremes. Some people say, "I don't need anyone. I'm enough by myself." Some people spend their entire lives depending on others, their thinking, their courage, their income, even their identity borrowed. The first is ego.
The second is dependency. Both are weaknesses. The wolf teaches us the middle path. You should be able to walk alone and, when needed, coordinate with the pack. Benefits of group mentality. The group mentality works when you're among the right people, those who lift you up, not drag you down, those who grow with you, not just use you, those with whom you can honestly share strength, not wear masks and act. Such a group gives you three big things. Perspective. You see the world not just through your eyes, but through others' experiences too. Support. When you fall, there's a hand to lift you up. When you're tired, there's a partner to push you forward. Power. Battles that seemed impossible alone become manageable with a team. But if the group is wrong, that same strength will destroy you. Where people are only focused on gossip, jealousy, and wasting time. Where nobody talks about growth. Where you drift away from your values just to fit in. The wise move is to walk away from such groups like the wolf does. The wolf never sticks with a pack that lowers its natural instinct and standards. The power of being strong alone. Being strong alone doesn't mean you should always stay alone. It means if tomorrow you have no friends, no support, you won't break. You're emotionally, mentally, and skill-wise capable enough to make necessary decisions yourself. You live in company is nice mode, not without company I'm finished mode. To become strong alone, you need to focus on your skills so you don't depend on anyone. You need to learn to spend time with yourself so loneliness doesn't consume you. You need to keep your thinking clear so the crowd doesn't lead you in the wrong direction. And to become strong in a group, choose the right people, not just available people. Maintain a give and take balance. Don't become only a taker or only a giver. Control your ego so you don't always need to be the hero when working in a team. Living like a wolf means when the day comes, you can hunt alone. When the time comes, you can attack with the pack with a full plan. You have to decide, do you want to be a lost sheep in the crowd or a smart wolf, one who's part of the pack but also has the strength to walk alone when needed? This is the real demand of the sixth lesson. Make the group your strength, not your crutch, and make solitude your preparation, not your helplessness. Seventh lesson: hierarchy and discipline. In the wilderness, the wolf pack operates like a perfect system. Every wolf knows exactly where it stands, what its responsibility is, and whom to bow before. The alpha walks in front, makes decisions. The beta comes next, providing support. The omega is at the bottom, but still part of the whole pack. Nobody forgets their place and creates chaos, because wolves know without hierarchy, there's no order, and without order, there's no power. This is the seventh lesson. Hierarchy and discipline are the pillars of real strength. In today's world, there's a lot of talk about everyone's equal, but in real life, equality doesn't mean everyone's role is the same. Every person has their own capability, their own experience, their own place. The wolf teaches us equality doesn't mean disrespect, but hierarchy means order. When everyone's sitting in their right place, the whole system runs smoothly. The alpha doesn't just become alpha randomly. It's the smartest, most experienced, and most responsible. It jumps into danger first, protects the pack, and eats last. So alpha doesn't mean comfort and power. It means leadership and responsibility. The other wolves respect the alpha not just because it's strong, but because it takes the most risk. So leadership is earned, not gifted. The three big mistakes humans make: following the wrong leader just because someone's loud or intimidating, not following anyone, being so caught up in ego that they try to do everything themselves. Blind devotion, following someone without questioning, shutting off their own brain. The wolf avoids all three. It follows the alpha because the alpha has leadership capability. But if the alpha becomes weak or makes wrong decisions, the hierarchy resets. The weak alpha gets removed, and a capable wolf becomes the new alpha. This might seem ruthless, but it's survival's truest law. Leadership is earned, not gifted. The other big aspect, discipline. In the wolf pack, everyone knows when to hunt, when to stop, who eats first, who eats later. Nobody does whatever they want because everyone knows if everyone moves on their whim, the whole pack will scatter. Humans often see discipline as slavery, but that's the biggest illusion. Actually, discipline is what gives you freedom. If you have time discipline, you'll do more and get stuck less. If you have money discipline, you'll escape financial slavery. If you have health discipline, you won't be a burden in old age. You'll stay strong. The wolf, without anyone standing behind it with a stick or whip, walks with discipline on its own. Why? Because it knows discipline isn't just a survival method, it's the path to excellence. 3 places where discipline and hierarchy matter. 1. Within yourself. Who's the boss inside you? Desires or wisdom? Emotions or thoughts? If there's chaos inside your mind, you can't handle anything outside. Bring discipline inside. Sleeping time, waking time, work methods, eating habits, make everything systematic. 2. In your family and team. Decide who will lead, who will support, what everyone's role is. Without clarity, everyone keeps pulling in different directions and nothing gets productive. 3. In society. You need to understand when to lead and when to follow a capable leader. Trying to be the head everywhere is ego, and hiding in the back everywhere is fear. Both are wrong. The wolf never challenges the alpha without reason, but if the alpha is leading in the wrong direction or is weak, it doesn't stay silent either. This balance is real wisdom. Without discipline, power becomes uncontrollable. Without hierarchy, power scatters. If you want to become powerful like the wolf, bring systems into your life, not chaos. Recognize your place and respect those who are capable. When you become capable yourself, then lead, but always with responsibility. This is the reality of the 7th lesson. Hierarchy isn't evil, it's a way to organize power. And discipline isn't slavery, it's the foundation of real freedom.
8th lesson, patience and timing. In the wilderness, the wolf doesn't win just with strength. It wins by turning time to its side. The wolf doesn't pounce the moment it spots prey. It watches quietly from a distance, waits, checks the wind direction, observes the herd's position, and holds itself back until the right moment arrives. This is its most lethal weapon, patience. Without patience, the wolf would just be a careless animal, but patience makes it a strategic hunter. The human rush. The biggest problem in the human world is this: we're all in a hurry. We want to get rich fast. We want to become famous fast. We want results fast. We want to quickly prove to everyone, I'm something too. This rush traps us in the biggest snare, the trap of shortcuts. In the chase of shortcuts, people choose wrong relationships, make wrong deals, walk wrong paths. They think, let me get the benefit now, I'll deal with later. But later, that same hurry costs them heavily. The wolf teaches us chasing every prey isn't necessary. Waiting for the right prey at the right time is necessary. If it lunged at every moving thing, it would waste energy, get injured, and most of the time end up with 0 results. It stays calm, observes,
Which animal has separated? Which is weak? Which is exhausted? Where the wind is blowing from? Which direction is better to approach from? Then, when it's certain that the chances of success are highest, only then does it attack. Your life works the same way. Jumping at every opportunity isn't wisdom. Waiting for the right opportunity is strategy. Patience doesn't mean you do nothing and wait for luck. Patience means keep preparing, but don't make wrong decisions in the rush. When you're learning a skill, don't rush to become an expert. Focus on the process. When you're building relationships, don't rush to make just anyone your closest person. Give it time so their true face can show. When you're thinking about a big step, quitting a job, starting new work, big investment, don't decide in the heat of emotions. Take time. Decide with a calm mind. 3 powers that patience gives you. Number 1, clear vision. When you're not under pressure to decide immediately, you can see things more clearly. Number 2, control over emotions. Anger, fear, passion, they all calm down a bit with time, and decisions made then are more mature. Number 3, right timing. Even the right thing said at the wrong time causes damage. Patience teaches you to catch the right moment. Look, nothing great is built instantly. Deep character builds through years of discipline. A strong body builds through months of consistency. Good reputation builds through years of behavior. If you want everything quickly, you'll only get surface-level things, shallow fame, weak glory, fragile success. But if you wait with patience like the wolf and strike at the right moment, you'll win less often, but when you do win, you'll win big. Embed this lesson in your mind like this. Rushing isn't always smart. Doing it at the right time is smart. Whenever you feel you must make a decision right now, ask yourself, am I deciding out of fear? Am I deciding out of greed? Or have I observed, thought, taken time, and then decided? Be like the wolf. Look calm, stay patient, keep preparing, and then, when time is on your side, strike so hard that the world only sees the result, not the process. This is the real power of the 8th lesson, making patience and timing your ally, not your enemy. 9th lesson, defend your territory. In the wilderness, the wolf's power isn't just in its teeth, claws, or pack. Its real strength lies in its territory. Every wolf has its own area. It sets clear boundaries, marks them, and doesn't easily tolerate any intruder. It knows that the day it loses its territory, its hunger, its security, and its respect are all at risk. This is the 9th lesson. If you don't defend your territory, the world will break your boundaries and take control of you. But what is your territory? It's not just land or property. For humans, territory is divided into 4 major parts: your time, your energy, your mental peace, and your personal life, boundaries. Your time. Your time is your most valuable territory. If you don't guard it, people will turn your days, hours, and attention into their playground. Anyone will call any time, and you'll feel like every call must be answered. Anyone will show up to meet without notice, and you'll drop your work to sit with them. Social media, reels, pointless chats all become intruders stealing your time. Like the wolf, you need to decide which work gets space at what time, who gets permission to enter your territory at what time, and to whom you need to clearly say no. Your energy. Some people, some environments, some places, they devour your energy. You spend 1 hour with them, and it feels like someone sucked all your drive, focus, and clarity from within. These are energy vampires who occupy your mental and emotional territory. If you don't set your energy boundaries, you'll upend half your day on others' negativity, complaints, and drama, and by the evening, you'll be drained. The wolf doesn't keep everyone in its pack. It maintains distance from weak, sick, or dangerous elements because it knows one wrong member can put the entire pack at risk. You too need the courage to distance yourself from people who repeatedly pull you down, disrespect you, or break your boundaries, no matter how old the connection is. Your mental peace. Your mind is your temple. If you let everyone walk through it with their shoes on, there will always be filth inside. Worry, comparison, jealousy, guilt, overthinking. If you take every comment to heart, if every criticism as an attack on your character, if you start justifying yourself over every little thing, then it means your mental territory has no boundaries. You need to decide how much space others' opinions get, and where you'll only listen to your principles, not the crowd's voices. Your personal boundaries. Who can talk to you how personal they can get with you, how deep they can come into your life. If you give everyone free access to your heart, mind, and home, one day you won't recognize your own home. Defending your territory doesn't mean you become cold, harsh, or egotistical. It means you know your yes has value, so you won't sell it cheap. You'll only give your attention, time, and emotions where they're respected. People who repeatedly break boundaries, you'll stop them in clear words without guilt. The wolf doesn't run from fights while defending its territory, but it doesn't fight everyone without reason. It only stands firm where its territory, pack, or respect is at stake. You also need to learn, don't react to everything, but where your boundaries are being broken, staying silent is weakness. Remember, in life, nobody's going to hand you space. You have to create and protect your own territory. What you tolerate becomes normal. As far as you allow, people won't stop there. They'll push further. So, like the wolf, define your territory of time, energy, thoughts, and relationships, then guard them. Give space to those who respect that territory. Keep those who break it at a distance. This is the real power of the 9th lesson. Be the owner of your own ground, your own mind, and your own heart. Don't rent them out.
10th lesson. Adaptability with consistency. In the wilderness, seasons keep changing. Heat, cold, rain, drought. The wolf's world is never the same. But the wolf doesn't just survive, it thrives in every season by changing its approach. In winters, it goes after bigger prey because it needs more energy. In summers, it focuses on smaller, faster prey. But one thing never changes: its core principles, its identity, its discipline. It always remains a wolf. This is the 10th lesson. Adapt yourself according to circumstances, but don't change your character. Today's world is changing rapidly. Technology is changing. People's thinking is changing. Jobs, careers, businesses, all changing. Even relationship rules are changing. In such times, if you hold on to old thinking and sit there believing this is how it used to work, so it'll work now too, the world will leave you behind. But that also doesn't mean you change your identity with every new trend, lose your values. This is where the wolf's lesson helps. Change, but not to sell out. Change to survive and grow. What adaptability means: letting go of old methods to adopt new, better ones, admitting mistakes and improving, always being ready to learn, understanding situations and changing your strategy. What consistency means: not compromising on your principles, not changing your identity, not letting your goals get blurry, no matter what, maintaining your integrity. The wolf changes strategy, but not character.
It can learn new hunting methods, go to new places, but it doesn't break its rule of not eating dead animals, doesn't betray its pack, doesn't sell its freedom. You need to maintain this balance in your life too. Learn new skills, but don't learn dishonest paths. Meet new people, but don't betray your old companions. Adjust to changing environments, but don't adjust your morality. The biggest problem in today's generation: some people don't change at all. They live in stubbornness, thinking, "I'm like this, nobody can change me." This is ego, not flexibility. Such people slowly become irrelevant. Some people change too quickly. Today something, tomorrow something else. No stable identity, no core. They change their entire personality with every new trend. Such people can't be trusted because nobody knows what they'll become tomorrow. The wolf avoids both extremes. It's not stubborn, but it's not spineless either. It learns, but doesn't abandon its roots. 3 things you need to make firm in your life. 1. Set core values. These are the 4 or 5 principles you'll never break, no matter how the world changes, like honesty, loyalty, respect, hard work. These are your spine. Don't learn to bend them. 2. Keep updating skills and strategies. Your values will remain permanent, but your methods can change. Before, people wrote letters, now emails. Before, people went to libraries, now there's the internet. Learn new methods instead of old ones, but keep the goal the same, becoming better. 3. Examine every change. Don't blindly follow every trend. Just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean you have to. Think, does this change match my values or not? Will it make me better or just part of the crowd? If the answer is positive, adapt. Otherwise, drop it, no matter what the world says. The wolf also teaches that adapting doesn't mean giving up. It means being smart. Someone who keeps banging against the wall isn't brave, they're foolish. Someone who changes the path and reaches the destination is a winner. But changing the path doesn't mean changing the destination. Remember that. Understand this lesson like this. Your goal, your character, your integrity, this is your north. Whether it rains, shines, or whatever the road is like, you have to go north. But sometimes on foot, sometimes by bike, sometimes by car. The method can change. If you stay rigid, you'll break. If you become shapeless, you'll scatter. But if you balance flexible and firm like the wolf, in every season, in every difficulty, you will stand. This is the real power of the 10th lesson. Keep changing methods, but never change your values. This is the difference between a successful person and a confused person. 11th lesson: the power of silence. In the wilderness, the wolf doesn't howl all the time, doesn't growl every moment. Most of the time, it's silent, behind trees, behind grass, blended in darkness. Its silence isn't fear, it's strategy. That same wolf, when it makes a sound, the entire forest becomes alert because everyone knows this sound didn't come without reason. This is the 11th lesson. Silence isn't weakness, it's the deepest power. In today's world, everyone's talking. Someone's posting every thought on social media. Someone's jumping into every argument. Someone's constantly telling, showing, proving themselves. The noise has grown so much that real meaning, real depth, and real power all get lost in it. Those who talk the most get noticed more, but those who talk the least and observe the most understand the real game. The wolf does exactly this. First it watches, understands, weighs, then speaks or strikes. The power of silence works on 3 levels. 1. Observation. When you're not busy talking all the time, your eyes and ears open. You start seeing things others miss. Who's lying? Who's pretending? What the real situation is? Which direction things are actually heading? In meetings, conversations, or conflicts, those who speak less observe more, and those who observe more hold more cards. 2. Self-control. Every insult doesn't need a reaction. Every trigger doesn't need an explosion. Silence shows you have control over your emotions, confidence in yourself, maturity to not fall into every trap. When someone provokes you and you stay calm, it frustrates them more than any counterattack. They're trying to pull you into their game, and your silence signals, "I'm not playing." 3. Mystery. When you talk less, people can't read you easily. They can't predict you. This uncertainty makes you unpredictable. In planning, negotiation, or competition, unpredictability is a huge advantage. If the other side doesn't know your next move, they can't plan against it. Practically, how to use silence. Don't broadcast everything about your life. Your struggles, plans, and secrets, keep them to yourself. The more you share, the more weapons you give others. On social media, reduce oversharing. You don't need to prove yourself through followers, contacts, or projects. Real power is invisible. When in doubt, observe. If you don't understand something, stay silent and watch. The truth reveals itself with time. The wolf doesn't bark like a dog. It doesn't need to make noise to show strength. When it attacks, there's no warning. When it walks, there's no announcement. Its presence speaks, not its words. You too, if you want to become powerful like the wolf, reduce unnecessary talking. Say only what matters, and when you speak, make it count so much that people remember it. This is the real power of the 11th lesson. Your silence should make more noise than your words. 12th lesson. Respect through fear, not weakness. In the wilderness, the wolf isn't the biggest animal, nor the loudest, but when it appears, everyone notices. Other animals don't challenge it casually because they know messing with a wolf has consequences. This isn't the wolf going around proving itself. It's simply the aura that comes from being a protector, provider, and leader, someone whose presence signals both safety and strength. This is the 12th lesson. Real respect comes not from being nice to everyone, but from setting boundaries and showing you're ready to defend them. The wolf doesn't look for unnecessary fights, but it also doesn't back down when its territory, pack, or dignity is threatened. That's the perfect balance between peace and power. The problem with being too nice. Today's world confuses kindness with weakness. People think if you don't react to every insult, you're soft. If you help someone, you're easy to exploit. If you're polite, you can be disrespected. But that's why many good people get walked all over. They set no boundaries because they fear losing relationships or being called rude. But the truth is, Respect without a little healthy fear isn't respect. It's being taken for granted. The wolf teaches, be kind, but not harmless. Be gentle, but never defenseless. When people know there's a line they absolutely cannot cross with you, they treat you differently, not out of hatred, but out of respect. What does respect through strength mean? It doesn't mean you become aggressive, abusive, or power-hungry. It means your boundaries are crystal clear. You've communicated what you will and won't tolerate. Zero tolerance for insult, dishonesty, or crossing personal lines. When someone steps over, you respond, calmly but firmly. You're assertive, not passive. You speak directly. You don't beat around the bush or sugarcoat everything just to keep peace. You respect others, but you also demand respect in return. You don't prove your power, you display it when necessary. You don't go around flexing or dominating, but when challenged, you show strength, calm, composed, unshakable. That's far more intimidating than loud aggression. Your principles are non-negotiable. When your core values are tested, you stand firm. No amount of pressure, guilt, or manipulation can move you. That unwavering stance creates respect. Practical steps to build this respect. Set consequences. If someone disrespects you once, address it immediately. If it happens again, create distance. Show through action, not just words, that crossing you has a cost. Walk away from toxic situations. Don't waste energy arguing with people who don't value you. Your absence will speak louder than your words. Don't over-explain yourself. When you've made a decision based on your principles, you don't owe anyone a detailed explanation. No is a complete sentence. Build your competence. Respect also comes from capability. When you're skilled, disciplined, and reliable, people naturally respect you because you bring value. Remember, the wolf doesn't beg for respect. It earns it through consistent behavior, clear boundaries, and a quiet but undeniable strength. If you want to be like the wolf, stop being everyone's doormat. Be someone who's kind and approachable, but also someone who's not to be messed with. The 13th lesson: invest your energy wisely. In the wilderness, the wolf doesn't waste energy chasing every movement. If it ran after every bird, insect, or small creature, it would exhaust itself with no real reward. Instead, it watches patiently, identifies which prey is worth the effort, and only then makes its move. This is the 13th lesson. Not everything deserves your energy. Be selective. Today's world glorifies hustle culture. Do more, be everywhere, grind 24/7. But the wolf knows better. It's not about how much you do, it's about what you do. Your energy, mental, physical, emotional, is limited. If you scatter it across too many things, you'll end up exhausted with mediocre results everywhere. The wolf focuses on what matters and ignores the rest. You need to do the same. 3 types of energy investments. 1. High return investments, priority. These are the people, projects, and habits that genuinely move your life forward. Deep skills that make you irreplaceable. Relationships with people who genuinely care and support you. Work that aligns with your long-term goals. These deserve 80% of your energy. 2. Low return investments, minimize. Things that provide little value but eat up time. gossip and drama, endless scrolling and mindless entertainment. People who only reach out when they need something. Cut these down to the bare minimum. 3. Negative investments. Eliminate. These actively drain you and give nothing back. Toxic relationships where you're always stressed. Activities you do out of guilt, not genuine interest. Chasing trends that don't align with your values. Remove these completely. How to become selective like the wolf. Track where your energy goes. For 1 week, notice where your time, attention, and emotions are spent. You'll be shocked how much goes to low-value activities. Ask, is this worth it? Before committing to anything, ask yourself, will this genuinely help me grow, or am I just filling time? Learn to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that actually matters. Protect your energy like a valuable resource, because it is. Focus on depth, not breadth. It's better to master 5 skills deeply than dabble in 50 superficially. Better to have 3 real friends than 300 shallow connections. The wolf doesn't try to do everything. It does what it's built for, and it does it exceptionally well. You don't need to be everywhere, know everyone, or do everything. You just need to be strategic about where you invest yourself. This is the power of the 13th lesson. Quality over quantity, selective focus over scattered effort, deep impact over shallow presence. 14th lesson. Strategic transparency. In the wilderness, the wolf doesn't reveal all its cards. It doesn't announce its plans. It doesn't broadcast its next move. When it hunts, there's no warning. When it moves, there's silence. It operates with selective transparency, revealing only what's necessary, keeping the rest hidden. This is the 14th lesson. Don't share everything. Strategic silence and selective information give you power. Today, people overshare everything. Their struggles on social media, their plans before execution, their weaknesses to people who'll use them against them. This might feel like being open or authentic, but it's actually handing over ammunition. The wolf teaches, keep your plans secret, keep your struggles private, let your results speak. Why strategic transparency matters. 1. Plans shared are plans killed. When you tell everyone your goals, 3 things happen. 1. People discourage you before you even start. 2. You get a fake sense of accomplishment just from talking. 3. Others may steal your idea or sabotage you. Execute first, announce later. 2. Weakness revealed is weakness exploited. When you expose your fears, insecurities, or pressure points, manipulative people will use them against you. Share vulnerabilities only to your inner circle, those who've earned your trust. 3. Mystery creates respect. When people can't fully read you, they can't underestimate you. Unpredictability is a strategic advantage in negotiation, conflict, and competition. How to practice strategic transparency. Share results, not processes. People don't need to know your daily struggle. Show them the outcome. Be vague about future plans. I'm working on something is better than a full breakdown of your business idea that's not even launched yet. Don't overshare on social media. Your life isn't a reality show. Keep the important parts private. Be selective about who gets full access. Not everyone deserves to know your full story, your struggles, or your dreams. Give information based on trust level. This doesn't mean you become secretive or dishonest. It means you're intentional about what you reveal and to whom. The wolf doesn't lie, it just doesn't reveal everything. There's wisdom in silence and power in mystery. 15th lesson: quality over quantity. The wolf doesn't chase every target. It's selective about which prey is worth the energy, risk, and time. This is the 15th lesson. In life, success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things exceptionally well. Today's world pushes us towards more connections, more projects, more content, more everything. People spread themselves so thin that nothing gets their full attention. They have 500 contacts, but no real relationships. They start 10 projects, but finish none. The wolf teaches a different approach: fewer targets, deeper focus, better results. 4 areas where quality beats quantity. 1. Relationships. Have a small circle of real people rather than a crowd of superficial contacts. 5 genuine friends who'd help you at 3 a.m. are worth more than 500 who wouldn't answer your call. 2. Skills. Master 5 to 10 valuable skills deeply rather than knowing a little about everything. 1 expert-level skill is worth more than 10 you've dabbled in. 3. Information. Consume selectively. Cut ruthlessly. Unfollow accounts that make you feel worse. Stop watching news that doesn't impact your decisions. Turn off notifications for everything except critical communications. 4. Output. Don't produce more, produce better. Whether it's content, products, or services, 1 high-quality output beats 10 average ones. The wolf doesn't try to catch every animal in the forest. It focuses on the right target and makes the kill count. You don't need to do everything. You need to do what matters and do it so well that it becomes undeniable. This is the power of the 15th lesson. Focus beats hustle. Depth beats breadth. Quality beats quantity. 16th lesson. Rest is not weakness, it's strategy. In the wilderness, the wolf doesn't hunt 24/7. After an intense chase or a successful kill, it rests. It lies down, recovers energy, and recharges. This isn't laziness, this is strategic recovery. The wolf knows running at full speed all the time leads to exhaustion, wrong decisions, and weakness. This is the 16th lesson. Rest is not the opposite of hard work. It's the fuel for long-term performance. Today's culture glorifies hustle. Sleep less, work more, grind till you collapse. Motivational posters everywhere say, "No days off, sleep when you're dead, outwork everyone." But the wolf teaches something smarter. Planned rest is more powerful than blind hustle. When the wolf rests, it's not wasting time. It's repairing muscle tissue and healing micro tears. It's sharpening its senses for the next hunt. It's maintaining stamina and hunting accuracy for long-term survival. Without rest, even the strongest wolf becomes slow, makes mistakes, and eventually becomes prey. The same applies to you. If you're running on empty, skipping sleep, ignoring your body's signals, you're not being tough, you're being reckless. Three types of rest the wolf takes. 1. Physical recovery. The wolf knows its limits. After an intense hunt, it doesn't push harder just to prove something. It rests. This allows muscles to repair, energy to restore, and the body to stay sharp for the next challenge. For you, get quality sleep, not just hours half asleep in bed. Take real breaks during intense work phases, not scrolling breaks. Planned rest days aren't a luxury, they're performance fuel for staying consistent and creative. 2. Mental reset. The wolf stays alert in the wilderness, constantly observing with high focus. But it also has downtime where it simply exists without urgency or overthinking. For you, turn off notifications and step away from constant information. Take walks in silence. Let your mind rest without forcing it to solve problems. When your mind is overloaded, your decisions suffer, anxiety increases, and focus weakens. Mental rest isn't laziness, it's what keeps you sharp long term. 3. Emotional reset. Wolves have playful moments, interaction, grooming, bonding with the pack. These aren't just fun, they maintain emotional balance, especially after the stress of survival, duty, and deadlines. For you, spend time away from your phone. Engage in hobbies that give you creative space. Share moments with people who recharge you, not drain you. The difference between laziness and strategic rest is laziness is running away from challenges because you're scared or lack discipline. Strategic rest is stepping back after giving your all so you can come back even stronger. Practically, how to apply this? Micro breaks during focused work. For every 25 to 50 minutes of deep work, take a 5 to 10 minute break. Walk, stretch, breathe. One full reset day per week. Make output secondary. Recharge is primary. Spend time with family, in nature, in silence. Cut out fake rest, extra scrolling, late night overthinking, unnecessary noise. These don't bring clarity or energy. If it drains you instead of recharging you, cut it out. The wolf knows you can't be at full speed all the time without breaking. Rest isn't crossing the finish line, it's refueling so you can keep running the race. If rest feels unproductive to you, you've confused hustle with strategy, and that confusion will eventually break you. This is the power of the 16th lesson. Rest is not a luxury, it's built into the system. Either build it in yourself or burn out.
17th lesson, from knowledge to becoming. You've now heard all 17 lessons from the wolf, but here's the brutal truth. Knowledge without action is completely useless. The wolf doesn't just know how to hunt, it hunts. It doesn't just understand survival, it survives. It doesn't just have principles, it lives by them every single day. This is the 17th and final lesson. Stop just learning, start becoming. You can watch 1,000 motivational videos, read hundreds of books, listen to all the wisdom in the world, but if you don't implement it, nothing changes in your life. The difference between someone who grows and someone who stays stuck isn't intelligence, it's action. 4 steps to real transformation. 1. Choose your top 5 lessons.
From all 17 lessons, pick the 5 that hit you the hardest. Don't try to apply everything at once. That's a recipe for failure. Focus on a few and go deep. Which 5 resonated most with you? Never compromise your principles, defend your territory, build loyalty, invest energy wisely, rest strategically. Write them down. These are your starting points. 2. Define one concrete action per lesson. For each lesson, decide one specific action you'll take starting today. Examples. Lesson: defend your territory. Action: set a boundary with one person who constantly disrespects my time. Lesson: invest energy wisely. Action: unfollow 20 draining accounts. Follow 5 that inspire real growth. Lesson: rest strategically. Action: schedule one complete rest day every week with 0 work pressure. Make it specific, measurable, and immediate. 3. Take action today, not tomorrow. Don't wait for the right time or the perfect conditions. That's just fear hiding behind planning. The wolf doesn't wait for perfect weather to hunt. It moves when the opportunity shows up. Start small if you need to, but start now. 4. Track your progress weekly. Every week, ask yourself, did I follow through on my committed actions? What changed in my life? Where did I struggle? How can I do better next week? Without tracking, you'll slide back into old patterns without even realizing it. The wolf survives because it learns from every hunt and adapts. You need to do the same. The final truth about change: you won't transform overnight. The wolf doesn't become a master hunter in one day. It practices, fails, learns, adjusts, and gets stronger over time. You'll mess up. You'll break a boundary. You'll waste energy on the wrong things. That's part of the process. But if you keep coming back to these principles, if you keep taking action, if you keep adjusting your approach, within a year, you won't recognize your old self. A year from now, you'll look back and wonder how you ever lived without these lessons. The wolf's way. The wolf doesn't announce itself with loud roars. It doesn't seek approval from the crowd. It doesn't wait for someone's permission to live by its principles. It simply exists with strength, discipline, loyalty, and quiet power. And that's what separates the wolf from the sheep. You now have all 17 lessons. The choice is entirely yours. Will you stay in the crowd, complaining and wishing things were different? Or will you step into the wilderness, apply these lessons, and become the wolf? The knowledge is in your hands now. The decision is yours. The time is now. Stop just learning. Start becoming.